guts, competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards. First down, Seattle.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. It's Hines. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that already.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line.
On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Brings up
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's another Rams first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about the tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Going up top for Cup. Almost picked up. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. As a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We're scoreless after 1. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
We talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing incompletion.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down.
Field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
And the Seahawks.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He was brought down by John.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hines. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. from the 2. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going to let it go again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
At the 46-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Now Kaepernick. Looking deep for Gabriel. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Kaepernick going up top for Cup. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson going from, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Going up top for Cup. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take it all the way up to the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Seahawks 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Brooks in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back now here on EA today's sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On second down, here's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Evades him at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And now it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
On for the field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Wilson forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line, line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's got room. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Darrell Henderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
40 extra points.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that'll be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Aaron Donald, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, Wilson. Lockett with a grab over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 18. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Seahawks 14. Michael.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On 2nd down, Akers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing now is Kaepernick. It is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That one is sealed him. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
The Seahawks, first down.
Here's Wilson. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Rams.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we